night a bitch nigga shot a real nigga. But we don't make no diss records, we just deal with it. Plus I be going through a lot, I never talk about it. And they using niggas songs in court, so I can't talk about it. Rap niggas think I'm dumb, like I don't see the play. I let them think they got the ups, then get them out the way. On FaceTime, my brother telling me he shot my mama, telling me to chill, but I know he seen that nigga face. But that's enough about that part. Talking about respect, well, it's a must about that part. Playing with my money, well, then it's up about that part. Cause when it's time to play ball, don't give a fuck about that part. They know I'm that nigga when they see me. Her man crush been a hater and her little brother won't beat me. Her friend been on my dick since I was passing out CDs. Her baby daddy a mark and her boyfriend probably a weenie. 3,300 on my book bag. Let some niggas in the past, but I don't look back. Shit kinda different, I ain't the man that I was. I seen death in too many forms and I ain't never really shook that. Don't let him rock you to sleep, true colors better believe him. I know that God got me, but I be riding with my reaper. Praying with my kids and even then I got my heater. And I be stepping so hard, this hoes in $1,000 sneakers. Take your bitch when I meet her and you ain't seen her in about 3 days. Knew I was a threat, I passed that stick like a relay. Spin it back to back, it's like a motherfucking replay. Turn your son into a bitch when I shoot, I think I'm D-Wade. Told him I'm a savage, if I want it, I'ma have it. Playing with my lettuce, cook your head like a cabbage. Tell them that I'm rich and I'm solid, that's the advantage. Bitch, bad kids, fresh little nigga, you can't stand it. Tell them big checks, yardsticks, not a roof. All I smoke is ops and I don't never smoke a hookah. Looking for a blessing that's worth it, Jesus and Judas. Tell them niggas game 6, my whole team full of shooters. I slide on a nigga like a motherfucking flip-flop. Pressure on your homie and I promise he a flip-flop. Talking that wookie-woo, something. I know the police listen, so I ain't really saying nothing. I know these niggas envy, they can't manage how they feel. Jealousy's for bitches, you niggas pussy for real. A nigga get the drop and he happen to shoot. First we heal up and get back. We ain't going on the shirt, I swear to God.
That wookie-woo, something. Know the police listen, so I ain't saying nothing. Talking that wookie-woo, something. Nigga cock back and aim and leave you bleeding where you running. Swear to God, nigga.
What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal? Rich Trappers happening in 10 and Trap News Network. Back in the same. Like, cook, crack in this thing. Like, comment, subscribe. For more of this good news you can use. More of this good knowledge. You ain't finna get nobody's college, big dog. Tap in with the tap in. If you ain't tapped in with that good, tap in. You feel me? Hit that notification bell. Hit all. Stay tapped in for the latest and the greatest. What we got going on here at 10 and Trap News Network. Let's get into this good contiana, man. Before we do, make sure you hit the like, make sure you hit the comment, make sure you hit that good subscribe button for everything we got going on here at 10 and Trap News Network. And we need y'all to make sure you hit that description and sign a petition to get rid of pathetic fatso from these greater United Staters. You feel me? The grading 10 United Statingtons. Get into that if you ain't got into that. And I need y'all to make sure that you hit me up if you want to be a Trap News Network correspondent. Suge Knight replies to WACK100 and Reggie Wright. Let's get into it. Let's go.
This is SB the Ghost. LOX, keep shining and grinding, brothers. Do what you do.
Number two, whatever I say once, I can say twice. When he should play the whole audio, or did you erase that part back where you said, well, I said, even though the motherfucker Wack lied and said he had to pay for my mother's funeral and I came and asked him, what's the lie? Did he throw some change? Okay, yeah, but nobody needed his shit. He said, well, you never said nothing about his mother being a crackhead. I said, I leave people's mothers out of this. Even though he crossed the line, Wack crossed the line and mentioned my mother, I'm not going to go and say...
Oh, yeah, I did forget that he was a yak baby. That explains a lot of that explains so much about that dude. I forgot that Wack was a yak baby. I forgot that his mama was a yak head. That's right. Bass. Bass. All bass. Ha! Bass. Head ass boy.
Wack's mother's a crackhead.
That makes so much sense to why he acts the way he acts. I blame my mother for turning my brother into a yak baby. He a yak head. Yak head, yak baby Wack. All right.
But the one was like, yeah, we all know she's a crackhead. She was put in baskets. I said, I'm not going to talk about people's mother.
She was pushing the basket
Discretion
downtown.
TV.
She was pushing the basket downtown, walking fast, faces passing, she smoking crack. Gotta hit that. For a Kit Kat. Collect cans now. And act the ass now. And now you're smoking dope, and you lost hope. He is your child, a yak baby for sure. Cause you know she walk 1,000 miles if she could just get a hit tonight. Do 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 do. Yak head ass baby boy.
We gonna make this make sense. So yeah,
Niggas be on the internet screaming they yak babies. Get up out of here, bro. You a yak baby. Like, let's really think about this. The internet is a disgusting place. We got yak babies. We got yesser-yokers. We got failed gangbangers. We got boyfriend pimps. We got homeless niggas. This is crazy in this YouTube space. It's crazy in this. We got gangbangers that ain't never hit the LA County jail. It's wild over here. This is the worst party ever. I want to go home. I'm gonna call my mom to come pick me up.
yesterday,
I hate this summer camp.
Veggie Jr. and John Hyland from Butt First, who dated a guy named Sid, they replied to my interview with Suge Knight. Yeah, if you don't know, now you know. If you didn't want to know, now you know. I have an exclusive interview with Suge. And my first release, it was targeted at Veggie Jr. and John Hyland from Butt First. Vegas key witness crashes out and replies with an audio clip that he illegally recorded Suge without his permission. Gotta ask this man, can I record you? Suge never gave him permission to record. California state law, that's Penal Code 632, that's a violation, and a $2,500 fine, Veggie and John Hyland. If Suge did not give y'all permission to use that audio recording and record him, that's Google it. That's California state law, Penal Code 632. And if you did it before, if you have a track record, that's $10,000. You see, y'all just made yourself look like, especially you, Veggie, you just made yourself look like the trash Suge been calling you, right? Or his feeder assistant, his bottom feeder assistant. Drop comments below. Drop comments below. And to top it off, no Diddy, Suge said the audio that Veggie and John Hyland from Butt First played, it was edited. Simon says play the whole audio.
So look, man, you gotta look at it like this. The people who have something to do with the culture of hip-hop and want to do something hip-hop.
Hey, why do they call that man Veggie? Oh, because it's Reggie. Okay, I get it. Veggie is a play on the name Reggie. Got it.
It's all the same words. You know what I mean? Regardless who it is. Regardless if we don't always see the eye to eye, but regardless if it's the West Coast, East Coast, Midwest, down South, everybody added something, brought something to the table to make hip-hop what it was.
Right.
Now, you get motherfuckers who never had nothing to do with hip-hop for no one, but they want to attack.
I guess his phone call. No, Wack always had a head on his shoulder for business, and not just,
If that's the case, why is Wack in poverty now? If that's the case, why is Wack in poverty in today's current day? As it being right now, why is Wack losing everything? Not good business.
Used to have a term, it's a derogatory term, and then Suge used to call. Is that?
You know what? I lied. Maybe Wack is good at business, but not business. Maybe he's good at taking care of the business. You know the business? B-I-D? The business? He can take all the business, but taking care of business might not be his strong suit.
Actually was stunt dummies. We used to call, and he wasn't a stunt dummy. And that was a word that Suge, take the stunt dummies to this. Take the stunt dummies to this. And
Okay? Now, when you listen to Reggie, or what Pac calls him, pork butt, stupid motherfucker put his foot in his mouth. Yeah, it's true. One of the people that told me, let me hear what he said about me letting him know to tell Wack that they was on his head, somebody close to him. And he was like, oh, man, you don't want to see him dead, huh? I'm a man of God. You don't want to see no one dead. I believe somebody can get their ass whipped, but I don't believe.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
You have the power to call those shots and see who lives and dies. Only God should be able to do that. So I don't play those games. So yeah, I gave him a heads up, even though Wack did a whole bunch of lying and said a lot of shit to try to make himself look famous. At the end of the day, I did give his fat pork belly heads up and tell him, don't get crossed up. Number one. Number two, whatever I say once, I can say twice. Well, he should play the whole audio. Or did you erase that part back where you said, well, I said, even though the motherfucker lied, Wack lied and said he had to pay for my mother's funeral, and I came and asked him, what's the lie? Did he throw some change? Okay, yeah. But nobody needed his shit. He said, well, you never said nothing about.
But throwing some change when your homie mother passed is just a respectable thing to do. That's not like, oh, I had to pay for his mom's funeral. That has nothing to do with that. That's a respectable thing to do when your homie or your somebody who you deal with loses their mother. That's just an honorable thing to do. That's just a solid thing to do. That's not because anybody needed anything. That's just what happens all the time in the hood. You feel me? That's a normality when somebody's mother passes away, that the hood come together and pass the hat around as they should, as they better. You feel me? You could be up $1 billion. You better have one of your other billionaire friends throw some chili over there because, come on now. You think that if one of these millionaire rappers' mother passed away, that the other millionaire rappers will be throwing chili and contributing to that situation? You better. That's just that's a standard in our community.
About his mother being a crackhead, I say I leave people's mothers out of this. Even though he crossed the line, Wack crossed the line and mentioned my mother, I'm not gonna go and say Wack's mother's a crackhead. And Truck Butt, the one was like, yeah, we all know she's a crackhead. She was put in baskets. I said, I'm not going to talk about people's mother.
Right.
I'm not going to get to the point where say where his name come from or who acts like who. I ain't shooting no shots at this dude, but I know he's going to be mad anyway, say something. Whatever the fuck you say, Wack say. Because we know a piece of context with you, a lot of motherfuckers to be behind bars. But I'm already in prison. Hey, Pork Butt, we got the recordings of what you said in your grand jury and tell me you want to make sure you go PC. Ain't nobody never ran me up for yours, and nobody never will. And I guarantee you this.
Wait, hold on. What did he say about Wack and the grand jury going PC?
My mother, I'm not going to go and say Wack's mother's a crackhead. And Pork Butt, the one was like, yeah, we all know she's a crackhead. She was put in baskets. I said, I'm not going to talk about people's mother.
Right.
I'm not going to get to the point where say where his name come from or who acts like who. I ain't shooting no shots at this dude, but I know he's going to be mad anyway, say something. Whatever the fuck you say, Wack say. Because we know a piece of context with you, a lot of motherfuckers to be behind bars. But I'm already in prison. Hey, Pork Butt, we got the recordings of what you said in your grand jury and tell me you want to make sure you go PC. Ain't nobody never ran.
Damn, Wack, you told your grand jury to make sure you go protective custody? That's barnacles. I thought you was gangsta.
Me up for yours, nobody never will. And I guarantee you this. People can talk to lawyers and say weird comments about me, but I don't know you. People can turn and say, I lost $300 million. If you believe that, that's on you. Now, if they do some fraud and some crazy stuff, of course they did. They do that to all the black men. They could continue to do that. Because all the broke motherfuckers be happy when the real motherfuckers fall. Now, back to Pork Butt. You got a company. It's fraud. Everybody know who Simon it is. You got a company, you call him Big Simon. Writing letters to Universal stating that that's your company and they owe you money on publishing from All Eyes on Me and all these other projects. When did you ever buy any publishing? When did you ever have any money to buy any publishing? Your house, you bought with my money. And then you put it in your wife's name, trying to hide it. I don't even know if you still got it.
Damn, what I've been saying about Wack not having no money because he's losing everything in the divorce and it's in his wife's name. And he's going through a public divorce where infidelity is publicly known in the state of California. How long have I been saying that? How long have I been saying everything is in the wife's name, he don't got shit? How long have I been saying that, Chad? How long have I been saying it? I've been saying it. They don't want to hear your boy.
For as my building, show the check where you bought my building. I never seen nobody be able to buy a building on the police side. Now, I tried to give you respect and tell your father, you little motherfucking daddy's boy, to get the shit squared away. Now, your bitch ass is saying something about my mother again, you fat motherfucker. I'm already in prison. When your ass come to prison, I'll be waiting on you.
Wait, when you come to prison? When you come to prison? How long have I been saying this paperwork is coming and Wack is about to go to jail? When you come to prison, I'll be waiting on you. When you come to prison, I'll be waiting on you.
Mother again, you fat motherfucker. I'm already in prison. When your ass come to prison, I'll be waiting on you. You see, I'm on a piece, first of all. Only thing I know about your fat ass is that, number one, you remind me of that motherfucker of a diary of a mad woman, black woman, whoever it was, Tyler Perry, when the lawyer was in a wheelchair. Fat ass. Besides that, if you have any love or respect for my homegirl, you know, I ain't gonna throw her on the bus, but we know we close. Your wife, nigga. If you have any respect for her, let her go. I'm in prison. You don't see me.
If you have any respect for your wife, you'll let her go. Wow. Wow. If you have any respect, you'll let her go. So, Wack, why you don't want to sign the divorce papers? Wow. Wacky Williams, why won't you sign the divorce papers? Why won't you free Kim? Go ahead and free yourself. You so happy with R&B. Why you not letting go of Kim if you happy with R&B? What's going on?
The good business. You don't see me trying to press nobody to come see me, but they got a life to live. I'm the one doing this time. Your fat ass the one crippled. Let your wife go and let her live her life. You don't think she get tired of saying, okay, brushing your teeth, here goes the water, spit it in the cup. Are you hollering? My diaper need to be changed. Why are you going to let that pretty nice woman have to change your fat ass diapers? And everybody want to act like I'm the one with the problems. Whatever y'all say about me is fine. I live a life of 1 million motherfucking years in a situation that most people will never get that opportunity to live. So God bless me. When it's time for me to die, I'm going to heaven anyway. I ain't never scared of it. But let's go back to you. You was a deacon at the church, selling dope at the church. You was a crooked cop.
You was a deacon at the church, selling dope at the church, a crooked cop. Reggie, what you doing? Reggie, what you doing?
All your cronies got 40 years or more.
Simon, for the record, you're saying,
Yep.
Simon, for the record, you're saying Reggie Regional Jr. was a deacon in the church?
A deacon at the church. Make matters even worse than that. You got a RICO, money laundering, whatever case you, your father, and that other gang members had. Now, they should let Puffy go. Because according to y'all paperwork, 100% put the paperwork up there. According to that, the gang members was taking money from a whole different state, Memphis to be exact, and putting them $3 million in your father's bank account. Not yours, not your wife, not theirs, your father's. And your father got no time. You did what? 6, 7, 8 months? At the same time, let's walk it all back. How was you living before I gave your fat ass a job doing security at Death Row? Name one thing that you accomplished without using my name. Name one thing that you bring Wack on every time you turn around. Every story's about me, 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 me. Everybody want to say, oh, look at me in the car. Look at me in the car. Wack, we should never have nothing bad to talk about. You win with the mouthpiece. We supposed to deal with this in the same motherfucking room, nigga. Period. Fuck all the talking. But you want to post a picture, as Portrayed tells me, and get it sent to me, of you in the car, and I'm driving and you on the one side, the one time you ever been in my car. Fuck.
We need to finally get somebody who's going full blown. It's like all these OGs are starting to dance around it. But we all know to be the truth as far as Wack being a snitch. It's what we've been saying. But it's like now the OGs is little by little coming out like, yeah, he this, yeah, he that. Because he's starting to cross them out too. It's not beneficial to hide him no more. It's not beneficial to think that you're going to get something out of this situation and you're going to be able to get something. Wack is burnt out. Nobody cared about. Them niggas didn't respect Wack. Let me call it spade. If them niggas respect Wack, how they let my non-affiliate ass sit on the phone with him and disrespect him the way I did then? If niggas respected Wack, how them Piru niggas sit on the phone and let them niggas and let me disrespect him the way I did? Don't nobody respect that nigga. Don't nobody respect that nigga. You not a joint nigga. Ain't nothing about you solid nigga. Ain't nothing about you verified. Ain't nothing about you real. Ain't nothing about you that's gonna make somebody put their neck on the line and get into it with the homies and all that type of shit. Not for you, nigga. Not for you. Niggas don't want to see how far this shit gonna go behind you. Nah, they sat there and let you get treated and talked to you like a bitch because they knew everything I was saying was true. I didn't tell no lies. Go back and listen to that conversation. Did none of them Piru niggas tell me, hey, Rich, chill, bro, that's not the truth. Nobody said that. They just said, hey, don't mention us when you say it. And that's cool. I can respect that. And I said it once, I said it twice. That's my fault for mentioning them niggas. I should have brought up no name outside of bitch ass Wack. And I take that. That's my fault. Niggas just said, don't bring us up when you say it. Nobody told me I was lying. Nobody told me I had the information wrong. Nobody told me like, hey, bro, that's not what happened. Nobody said that. They just said, don't mention us when you say it. Because maybe niggas was still trying to bleed that trap a little bit. But it looked like the trap been bled.
And you say, look, I'm not the driver. No, you couldn't be the driver. Your feet ain't long enough. Your legs ain't long enough to match the gas pedal. If you look at that motherfucking picture, you can see my whole body and me. Only thing they can see from you is your little head. That's how short you is. All the short niggas want to get it on me. I'm not going to pick on them little kids. But back to you. Let's start this all over again. So, y'all say I got AIDS. I know I don't. I'll tell you what. Every bitch you done put your dick into, Portrayed, I had the bitch first. So, you sound stupid as fuck. But we know you don't got AIDS. Your ass too fat. But tell you,
being fat has nothing to do with AIDS, but whatever.
What? If Young Walry got a diaper company, he don't have no love for you. You should be getting free diapers. Instead of getting free diapers, you still paying for them. Let that woman go. She shouldn't have to be changing your fucking diapers. You never had a fight. Okay, one motherfucker could tell me in my neighborhood, anywhere else, they beat up me. The homie who snatched your fat ass out your car, poured gumbo on you, it took your car, and your daddy had to come lay it back down and beg for your shit back. Your father...
Wait, Reggie, you let a nigga snatch you out your car and then pour gumbo on you? Where were you at where gumbo was made available for a weapon? Where were you at where gumbo was a readily available weapon?
It's plucking you up as you...
And it sounded like Suge hit Wack wife. It's for sure sounded like Suge hit Wack wife. For sure.
Told, I'm not going to say who, but you know who y'all told. Why was your father and all his cop buddies in my box at the Staples Center? Why was y'all in my houses when I was in prison? When you couldn't be in my houses when I was on the streets? Your father and the crooked cops. Why was your father, your family, and the rest of the crooked cops on my yacht? Is that not fucked up? So you trying to tell me a man like myself have 2 yachts, and y'all want to talk about me, but your father and the rest of the crooked cops is on my yacht in the marina every weekend when I was in prison?
Simon, I heard a recording that Reggie said that he's going to share audio with you discussing about women that is in your life and it's going to make it difficult for the rest of your 9 years. He's trying to like say he has something on you about your relationships with women.
Check this out. Whatever crook butt can tell a bitch I know for them to stop fucking with me, that's the wrong bitch for me. She shouldn't be fucking with me. If she can listen to a motherfucker who got lobster claws, who can't fucking walk, who shits on herself, if she can listen to him, don't listen to me. But I do know this. Any woman that really know me, and really love me,
Hey, that's
is
real.
definitely not going nowhere. As a matter of fact, I don't have to say any woman. Only one. I had them all. I only choose to have one as I am today. Me at 60 years old is not the same when I was in...
Hey, now that's real. That's real. Everything he's saying is 100% true. If that's all it takes for her to be gone, get up out of here. Leave and don't come back.
my teens and my 20s and my 30s and my 40s.
All right, man, and I think that's the end of Suge Knight. We about to the next one. Y'all know the deal. No. We still got more.
Discretion TV. It's like the new Wild Wild West. Get the likes up for me and drop your comments below. Simon said, if you could say something once, you can say it again. Now this whole thing started because Discretion TV, again, I had an exclusive, and I still got an exclusive interview with Suge Knight, one of the living legends of, some people say he's the godfather of rap, the godfather of hip hop, produced a lot of household names. Drop comments below. Can't take it away from that man. All this over because Suge reminded the Pac Nation, the Suge Knight Nation, that John Hyland had feminine ways. Yeah, he did. He reminded the world and said, hey, he was having an affair with a guy named Sid. Suge said, John never met me. John never worked for me. Remember, they did an interview a few years on Security Guard Vlad and admitted a lot of the crap. This is when they was acting real feminine and proved what Suge was saying. They just mad that Suge repeated it on Discretion TV. Drop comments below. This is what this whole thing's about.
One thing that I hate is because, and I do it too, I'll be honest, I'll call you gay or homo or something like that, to tap at you, call you a racist or say that you're a racist or something like that. That's the black person's go-to card, unfortunately. But I know it hurts you deeply because you're somebody that has done a lot for, you know, just like Vlad, the culture. And everybody wanted to call you people culture vultures and all of that.
Personally have something to say bad about Reggie. But I do have a problem with Racist John. Racist John is a liar. This is a guy who never really worked for me, but he did some, what it was, internet stuff or whatever. He got $1,000 a month until he started having an affair with Sid, one of the guys who used to work for me. Say you using Found First, one of Tupac's fans, to go against me. That's a problem to me. That's what you call a culture vulture.
You know, just like Vlad, the culture, and everybody wanted to call you people culture vultures and all of that, just because they love our history as well. When they don't even realize that white folks is the one that buy more records than anybody.
Right. I don't mean to cut you off, Reggie.
Well, you did.
I did, and I'm sorry. I want to say this. I've been knowing Vlad since Death Row.
Correct.
And
Vlad or
I
John?
don't mean to cut you off, but you did. That's
I mean, John, ever since when I met John always been a good motherfucker.
Exactly.
A good motherfucking white boy.
You know, I wouldn't
Not
be
for
fucking
real.
with him.
But for real, so to hear what was said about him is fucked up.
Yeah.
But people speak on everybody. But
Yeah.
come on, man, don't throw some bullshit out there in the air that ain't real.
Yeah.
So let's give John history of what he did and where he was at.
Well, we'll let John do that.
Yeah.
But I have to be the one first to apologize to both you two. Because both of y'all have taken strays from Suge Knight because of me.
Right.
Anybody that don't know it, don't see it, y'all just, okay, whatever.
Not today, though.
But that's why y'all both have taken strays.
Right.
Yeah.
And because he won't tap at me for whatever,
He won't mention your name
for whatever reason.
I don't know why, but he will not.
You know, he'll throw some
He won't do it.
innuendos and people done threw some things
Yeah,
out.
doesn't-
And I'll be like,
Doesn't sound like that age well, because he was pretty adamant about Reggie Wright in this last video we just listened to.
talking to his person that's his rep, his closest person. That nigga said, what about me? He called me. He wasn't calling you the janitor, Reggie. He wasn't talking. So I gotta keep my shit in the chamber.
Yeah.
I gotta keep it in the chamber. But John, being a friend of you and James, I told y'all, I'm gonna let y'all speak y'all truth and tell it. So John, take the floor to
I mean-
how you want to respond to that, because I know it hurts you deeply.
It does, but it's
And for those of y'all who don't know, this is John. He is the owner, the guy that I do daily interviews with over on Bomb First. And he had took us straight from Suge Knight this week,
yeah.
well, last week, and we wanted to address it.
Yeah. So I started working for you because Suge was in jail. I started working for you in '98,
Yeah.
doing the website, doing graphic design, stuff like that. After Death Row, actually, I was there with what I think was just Butch, me, Petey Pablo.
At the end, you talking
at the
about?
very end, and maybe like an accountant or something.
Okay.
But it just sucks because I don't want to say I've never said fuck Suge because I've always been grateful for the opportunity that I
Yeah.
got. Bomb First is what it is because of the opportunity I got, because I
Yeah.
knew you through it. We connected. We did our stuff. Same with you, James.
Right.
But
And,
I can't-
and other people that helped you started at the beginning, before I even got involved.
Yeah. But I know that I shouldn't be mad at him because he doesn't know.
You get everything secondhand.
Exactly. He's getting everything from somebody that I don't know who that is. But I can't be mad at anybody but him because he's saying it. And he knows the heroin shit, I feel like he made up.
No, he
Because
did, definitely. Well,
No one would even say some dumb shit like that. That's
What?
First of all, he said I sold a Death Row chain for $40,000.
I wish you would have got that. If you did, John, you were supposed to break bread with
bad
me.
If I
nigga.
did, I would not be on YouTube. I wouldn't be doing YouTube.
Well-
then. But you know what I mean. It's like, who would even want some shit like that where somebody's like, oh yeah, this is a chain that a guy had when he died.
Well, if I can clear it up for you, JP got his Heron
Who is
chain.
JP?
JP is Heron's brother. Heron was killed with his chain on.
Exactly.
And everything that was released to his family, off his body, his person, JP got it. And that's his brother. So you couldn't have had, unless you hooked up with JP and said you had a dealer or somebody.
I've never met JP.
But in fairness to what Suge said, he said that John presented to the person that bought it that way.
Yeah, so maybe he's insinuating that I lied and said, oh, this was Heron's chain, which I know I've had many chains over the years that I have sold.
Because people were pawning them.
People were pawning them, and when the office, when the building was getting handed over to the IRS or whatever it was for the tax thing, whatever the reason for the...
Yeah, wasn't
were
that?
they
We sold the building, but...
Sold it, okay. And they were clearing everything out.
Yeah.
One of the employees saw the chains and said, we're not going to put these in storage. He sent them to me. I sold them. But I've asked him, like, whose were they?
If you got $1,000 to get on the internet, be that $1,000 internet person. If you was sucking Cedric's dick and a few more dicks, be that dick sucker you was, Racist John. If you stole gold chains and medallions from my office, your word says so, and the proof, and some of the other people to put my money, my profit in your pocket, that's crazy. If you turn around and unreleased Tupac songs, and some of the people in Canada, you couldn't steal them by yourself.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
But you did.
One of the employees...
Now, I will say this. They weren't yours to sell, so I can understand how Suge Knight can have an issue with that. They're not yours to sell. How can you sell anything out of my company for your profit? So I could definitely understand that. That's a legitimate point.
Employees saw the chains and said, we're not going to put these in storage. He sent them to me. I sold them. But I've asked him, like, whose were they? They were just, they were just in a storage.
Yeah. They were never issued out.
Yeah, and it never says,
or take it back.
Exactly. And it would never say this was worn by this person or this chain was worn by that person. So I've never told anybody that bought a chain this was so-and-so's because I don't know. But
So when they gave the chains to you, you sold them. Did you give the money to Death Row?
Yes. The person sent me 4, said sell
Not to
3.
Death Row, to the person that got
To the person.
that came up.
Yes. Yeah.
Who was that person?
Cedric Garland.
Yeah.
Who was that person?
Cedric Garland.
Yeah.
Who was that person?
Cedric Garland.
You got $1,000 a month until you start having an affair with Sid.
Yeah.
Who was that person?
Cedric Garland.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Suge's assistant
That's
at
who
the time.
should be mad at.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But
anyway.
I can't say, it's hard because I can't say fuck Suge because he did so much. But at the same time, I hate that he believes whoever this is that's emailing him. I don't know if it's Dave Mays. I don't know if it's Toy. I don't know who it is, but either way, anybody that knows me or has worked with me, I would hope that they would know that I'm not racist.
And that's all we're here for. And that's all we're here to clarify and to clear up because it hurts you.
Yeah.
And he said it on a big platform.
Yeah.
And we wanted you to address it on a big platform.
Yeah. And I don't know if he said it because, like you said, that's, if somebody's white.
Straight. Well, that's our word.
Yeah.
I
that's
do
what
it.
he said.
I'm wrong.
He insinuates them about Vlad, too. Saying people from other countries have a platform and they just make money off people. And it's not like that.
Yeah.
But.
All right, man. We about to the next one. Y'all know the deal is red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest. Free. I've been doing this week's free. We gone.